Greetings, folks. Happy Bank Holiday Monday to you all. Just back last night from the very peaceful protest in Clonmel. Huge shout out to Shane James and Sheena Dina for organising it, and for An Garda Síochána, who made this a very peaceful protest by protecting the protesters on the street. It was very well coordinated, but I believe about 150 people showed up. This is not good enough, Tipperary people. Shame on ye, the people of Tipperary, who didn't come out and support the great people who protested yesterday in Clonmel. Like, Tipperary has a population in the last census taken in 2022 of approximately 84,256 people, and the average age of 80% of the people in the census in Tipperary are over 40 years of age, and 20% are over 65 years of age. Where were all the young people? Where were all these 40-year-olds? Look, you need to wake up. I mean, I was waiting at the start for the parade and the peaceful protest, and then I looked across the street and I said to someone, "What's that?" And they said, "That's where the mosque is being built." I went into St. Mary's Church, which is across the road, literally, in Irishtown, from where this proposed mosque is going to be built in Clonmel. And I lit a candle to Our Lady for divine intervention to stop this mosque from being built in Clonmel. Because, you know, I believe we women in Ireland are still treated like second-class citizens by the Irish state, the government, and the judicial system. Now, if Sharia law comes in, which it will if all these mosques are going to take over our Catholic churches and position themselves across the road from Catholic churches, we won't have a voice at all, women, because, you know, they have mad ideas in Sharia law. Like, you know, they're even saying that women that wear perfume are all prostitutes. I mean, do you ever hear such nonsense? If this comes in, Sharia law into this country, or we allow it, Irish people, it's a disgrace. I believe there's a massive protest organised for outside Croke Park next Friday to, you know, raise public awareness to the Islamic Cultural Festival, you know, where they're using the sacred grounds of Croke Park to practice Muslim religion in Croke Park. I mean, the GA have gone to another level altogether, and, you know, raising the price of the tickets now for the games from 50 euros and 40 euros. Like, it's not, I believe, called the Grab All Association for nothing, but, like, Irish people, your supporters in the GA, Jarlath Burns, president of the GA, and the board of directors and the CEO of the GA, well, I've news for you. The Irish fans of the GA have had enough now, and they are going to come out and protest next Friday outside Croke Park and don their county jerseys, because, you know, this is a disgrace. Like, to think our children are playing football for the love of their county and their parish and their team, and this is what the GA are doing, selling out our everything we stand for in this country, our values. Shame on them. Look, folks, you need to get out now in thousands and come to Cork to the peaceful protest in Micheál Martin's hometown, and show him and this Irish cobbled together government that we are sick of them and we want them out. Like, there was great speeches yesterday in Tipperary. You know, Sean Meehan of Sean Meehan's Log Cabin stood outside Tipperary County Council headquarters in Clonmel and told us all that, you know, his legal fees are racking up now. There's 20,000, you know, costing to him now for putting, you know, building a mobile home log cabin on his own land, where out the road, he had no planning permission for it, but out the road they're building the largest iPass centre in Europe and in Ireland, and constructing modular homes with no planning permission. It doesn't make sense. And he stated yesterday that a judicial review is costing 15,000 euros. Now, I ask you, the solicitor who's doing this judicial review, or going to do it for Sean Meehan, how can you, with a conscience, charge this man out of public interest those type of fees, I think it's morally wrong of any solicitor to charge that to this man. I think it's crazy. But look, we're all behind the likes of Sean Meehan to keep the roof over his head. Then you had Dimple Dempsey of TikTok. She did a very poignant speech outside the Market Square, where Paul Collins has bought of Rimcall has bought a whole street for 900,000 euros. Can you imagine? This guy was a NAMA. He owed millions to the banks, and he went into NAMA. He owed huge money to subbies down in West Cork, electricians and everything that did work for him, and caught them all, and bought a street in Clonmel for 900,000 euros, when you couldn't probably buy one unit for 900,000 euros. I mean, who was behind that deal? Who put that deal in front of him? That's what we need to investigate now, because this is a joke and a disgrace to think that you could buy a whole street for 900,000 euros and then plant it with IPAS centres, vetted and unvetted men in the town of Clonmel. I don't know, but like, I was thinking a lot of Dan Breen yesterday, and he would actually be disgusted with the people of Tipperary who didn't come out and join in this peaceful protest to save their county. And I say to those people in Tipperary that didn't show up, shame on ye. You're allowing this to happen in your own town. Will you wake up? Or what happened down in Carlow yesterday, where some lunatic that the Gardaí have said now is a white Irish male. What's that? Is it a white Irish male from Ireland, or a white Irish male that's a visitor that came in here and got a passport a few months ago? Shot, 7 people and a poor 9-year-old girl. Like, this is shocking, and a bomb disposal expert unit down there trying to sort it out. I mean, this is very frightening, and this is very scary, and I don't know about you folks, but I'm kind of getting sick of it. And I don't think that the real Irish people that, are going to put up with this much longer. But look, I'm Michelle Keane. I'm keen on my country. And look, we all need now to go out on Friday and protest outside Croke Park to stop the Muslims, praying on our hallowed sacred ground, and to come out and support the Cock Parade peaceful protest at 1 o'clock on Grand Parade next Saturday. Goramila Mahagav.